recording. Uh, I need a cough button. And here's another picture. This is of Ann Romney before the debate and after. Let's just cut. I said cut, damn you. No! This new program is a little weird. I'm sorry. There's Ann Romney before, and there she is after. And I just want to say to both Willard and Ann,
you are ugly when you're angry.
That second picture, when I've seen it before, had old Tag Romney in it too. He did not look any happier.
Oh, we'll be talking about Taggart later. Let me tell you. We'll be talking about Tag Romney, whiny little biatch. Well, actually, let's kick off the show with this because I've been sitting on this for almost all week. No. Uh-oh. We have some trouble. Let's kick off with, Mark Hamill was on the Young Turks again, and who knows, maybe he'll end up with a show on Current TV. Wouldn't that be cool?
Very.
And he could do it as the Joker. Joker!
That's scary.
Now, I would like this. I don't think you could do the whole show as Joker. I just, it would be too hard on his voice. But
what he could do is he could go with a political Joker of the week and just do like a short segment with the Joker voice.
That would actually be great. I'm trying to find. Here we go. So this is Mark. I found the conservative caller. So we're going to kick off with this one. This is from the Bill Press show. John Fugelsang subs regularly for Bill Press, and he was on, I believe, this Wednesday, and he took a call from a conservative. And here's the. I just love this.
John is calling us from Los Angeles, California. Good morning, John.
Yeah. Good morning.
Hi.
Yeah. Hi. I think that the topic tonight on the advice for President Obama is a good topic because he needs a lot of advice with the way he got whipped in the last debate. And if you want to talk about some flip-flopping, let's talk about Barry Obama and gay marriage.
Sure, let's talk about it.
All his flip-flops.
Let's talk about it.
Let's go both sides. You know what I'm saying there?
Okay, let's talk about it.
In 2008, what did he say about, marriage is between a man and a woman? Now he knows he needs the gay vote. So
I'm glad you called, John. Let me ask you.
What's he doing now, clown?
Okay.
Bill Press is cleaning Al Gore's house right now, too,
Are you going to let me talk, or are you going to be a douchebag, John? Do I get to have a dialogue with you, or is it going to be you ranting about Barry Obama? Do you want to talk like men? Do you want to talk like men, John, or are you going to sit there and rant?
I'm sorry, John.
John, I hope you're still listening to hear me call you a cowardly little biatch. That's no dialogue there at all. Barry Obama. Man, John, I wish you'd call back, because if you will, I'll treat you with more respect than you treated me or this audience or the president, because I will give you the courtesy of a dialogue, because there's nothing you say that I'm really afraid of talking about. Now, this is what we're going to hear. Homophobes accusing the president of having been an ex-homophobe. Let's be frank about this. Barack Obama was never against gay marriage, okay? He played it safe. He triangulated much like Bill Clinton did. It was Bill Clinton who signed the Anti-Gay Defensive Marriage Act. Of course, we know why Bill Clinton did that. He was running against Bob Dole for re-election, and you could argue there's a chance that if Bill Clinton had vetoed the Defensive Marriage Act, which was never to defend marriage, it was a ploy by Republicans to make Bill Clinton look bad in a re-election year, and he had to sign it, because if he hadn't, Bob Dole could have become president and taking advantage of the massive homophobia in our country, and it would have been worse for gay Americans if Clinton hadn't done it. Barack Obama was following the same script. Of course he wasn't against gay marriage, and it's
and of course, a thing of beauty lasts forever, and so I now have this in my box.
Cowardly little biatch.
Beautiful.
And of course, I have his douche. Are you going to be a douchebag? But I can't find it right now. But I just love this.
Cowardly little biatch.
You can't find it right now. It's kind of like Rush Limbaugh's penis.
That ding number one.
It starts.
It starts. Actually, I got some news from Mr. Kendall in the Missoula, Montana Bureau earlier this week. We've received our first complaint. Oh no, that's not what I was looking. That's not what I was looking for. We have arrived. We are now hated by a conservative. Just the one so far, but give it time. I'm sure that as soon as we end up on the Media Research Council's, on the media... Come on, Brent Bozell. I've made you my asshole of the week, and you don't even take the fucking bait. You loser. You...
Cowardly little biatch.
I got a feeling you're going to get a lot of use out of that.
I know, aren't I? John, why don't you tell, what was the guy's complaint again? I'm getting old. I'm getting feeble-minded in my old age. What was his complaint?
So, like last week when I was on, I linked everybody on my Facebook and was like, hey, come watch, the great thing. And then I asked, my quote-unquote friend is a strong word in this case, I was like, so hey, what'd you think of the show? And he's like, I closed out within the first 5 minutes because it was too vulgar.
Yeah, we're vulgar. Not Rush Limbaugh, who calls feminists feminazis, not Todd Legitimate Rape Aiken, but because I say whatever I want, which occasionally includes fuck and shit. Guess what? I'm not on the FCC, motherfucker. I can say whatever the fuck I want. And I extend to your, air quotes, friend, an invitation to come on this program and explain exactly why it is vulgar and to offer some friendly advice on how to decrease vulgarity. Will he take it? I don't know. I have a feeling he's a...
Cowardly little biatch.
But...
Yes!
He's free to prove me wrong and accept this invite, and I will be posting the video of this, up on my Facebook, and you can forward it to your friend, and he's free to prove me wrong. And we'll treat him properly. John, I treat all my guests properly because I was, raised right.
Yeah.
I'm like, the things for, the objects and Beauty and Beast. Be our guest, be our guest. Speaking of homophobia, I think it's important to note that yesterday, DOMA got ruled unconstitutional again by an appellate court judge. So, let's, Number 2! Strike 2, baby! Strike 2! Look, if you don't like gay marriage, don't enter into one. But just because you don't like something doesn't mean you get to tell everyone else, oh no, that offends me, so you can't do it. Excuse me.
Well, and then he accused me of saying that vulgarity can't be witty. I'm not vulgar all the time, and I still manage to get little jabs in.
But you're so wonderfully vulgar.
I know, like if Adam gets on a regular radio station, it's like I'm throwing my hands up and like, no, Adam, I can't do.
It's gonna be a sad day if this program ever makes it on terrestrial, because we won't be able to play "Fuck you, Mom" or "Fuck you." Oops, I didn't mean to cancel that. But it'll be a sad day. No, this is really big news. DOMA has been ruled unconstitutional not once, but twice. This time, it is by a conservative judge, a very conservative judge. This is a guy who said corporations are immune to international human rights law, even if they trade in or exploit slaves, employ mercenary armies, do dirty work for despots, perform genocides, or operate torture prisons. This is a guy who gave a speech to the Federalist Society. And he struck DOMA down. His opinion... You know, so
here comes another one, Adam.
If I were conservatives, if I were conservatives,
you better play that alarm, man. Because what's this? A conservative actually evolving their opinion? Holy shit!
So the man's name is Chief Justice Dennis Jacobs. I don't see anything about what court, what circuit he's on, but he's a federal judge, and he was probably appointed by either, he was certainly appointed by either Reagan, Bush 1, or Bush 2. And his opinion reads as follows, quote, "We conclude that that review of Section 3 of DOMA requires heightened scrutiny. The Supreme Court uses certain factors to decide whether a new classification qualifies as a quasi-suspect class. They include, A, whether the class has been historically subjected to discrimination. Yes. B, whether the class has a defining characteristic that frequently bears a relation to ability to perform and contribute to society. Yes. C, whether the class exhibits obvious, immutable, or distinguishing characteristics that define them as a discrete group. Yes. And D, whether the class is a minority or politically powerless. Yes. Immutability, and lack of political power are not strictly necessary factors to identify a suspect class. Nevertheless, immutability and political power are indicative, and we consider them here. In this case, all four factors justify heightened scrutiny. A, homosexuals as a group have historically endured persecution and discrimination. B, homosexuality has no relation to aptitude or ability to contribute to society. C, homosexuals are a discernible group with non-obvious distinguishing characteristics. And D, the class remains a politically weakened minority. So let's give it up to this judge. I mean... He hit it out of the park. That's strike 2.